If you aim to sharpen your analytical skills and learn how to solve cognitive challenges on your own, this question will help you to push your boundaries and get yourself to the next level. You're presented with amazingly cool looking shape. The shape has two sets of numbers. The numbers on the outside, starting at 6 o'clock, are 1, 4, 10, and then comes the first missing number. Then you have the number in the middle, 23. Then comes the series of inside numbers, which are 13, 5, 1, and then comes the second missing number. You need to calculate not one, but two missing numbers and select them out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 20 and 29. Choice B, 23 and 31. Choice C, 25 and 27. And last but not least, choice D, 22 and 29. I know, you might feel overwhelmed, and it might be very tempting to rewind the video to look up the answer right away. But let's pause for a second. Why are you here? Do you think you will get exactly the same question on the test? Don't you need to get the skills on how to solve these types of questions? If you rewind, you'll learn nothing. I really want you to try to solve this question on your own. Here on this channel, I aim to help you to learn by figuring out problems on your own. To fuel your motivation, consider this quote from Leonardo da Vinci. "Obstacles cannot crush me. Every obstacle yields a stern resolve." This amazing quote reminds us that with determination and persistence, you can overcome any challenge and turn difficulties into opportunities for your growth and success. Still struggling? Let me give you a hint. Have you considered that there might be 2 different patterns here? One pattern for the outside numbers, and then another pattern for the inside numbers. The numbers in the pattern would go from smallest to largest, and somehow the middle number will be used. I'm pretty sure you've got it now. Please take a few seconds to get to your final answer. Time's up. Are you ready to show your answer? I hope you finished your solution and we can compare the answers. And hope the hint I gave you was truly helpful. In fact, the inside and outside numbers represent 2 similar but separate patterns. Both patterns start with number 1. The outside numbers pattern goes clockwise, and the numbers in outside pattern are 1, 4, 10, and then the missing number. The other pattern for the inside numbers goes counterclockwise. The numbers in that pattern are 1, 5, 13, and then comes the missing number. What's interesting about this question is that each pattern uses the different multiplier. And there are 2 multipliers, one for inside pattern and then another one for outside patterns. And there are 2 digits in the middle number. Does it give you a hint? For the outside pattern, the multiplier is 2, and for the inside pattern, the multiplier is 3. And the formula to calculate the next number in the sequence is next number equals previous number plus previous number again plus multiplier. For example, for outside pattern, 1 plus 1 plus 2 equals 4. Then the next number will be calculated as 4 plus 4 plus 2, similar multiplier, equals 10. And then the missing number for the outside pattern would be 10 plus 10 plus 2 equals 22. For the inside sequence, the formula is exactly the same. The only difference is that multiplier equals 3. Let's do the calculations. 1 plus 1 plus 3 equals 5. 5 plus 5 plus 3 equals 13. And now is the magic time to calculate the missing number. 13 plus 13 plus 3 equals 29. So the correct answer here is choice D, 22 and 29. To help us solve this challenge, let's remember what Michael Jordan famously said. "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that's why I succeed." Well, what's the lesson learned for us? Every question you face is another shot at success. Never fear taking it. You're presented with 3 sets of numbers in squares. Each set has 3 numbers inside. The first set has numbers 5, 2, and 3. The second set has numbers 8, 3, and 13. And then the third set has 2 numbers, 7 and 4, and the third number is missing. You need to calculate and select the missing number out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 17, choice B, 18, choice C, 19, and last but not least, choice D, 20. While this question might seem complex at first glance, view this one as a step toward your personal and professional growth. Steady your mind, trust in your abilities, and let your determination guide you through. We're in this together, and with combined strength and focus, we will navigate through this successfully and come out stronger on the other side. Time's up. Are you ready to show your answer? Remember that with each question you engage with, you're sharpening your skills and enhancing your understanding. Always keep in mind that every practice, every moment of effort is a valuable contribution to your personal growth and personal development. And here's the secret. The most important thing you can do to solve this question is to adopt the growth mindset. A growth mindset believes that skills and intelligence can be developed through effort and persistence, offering a more flexible and successful approach than the fixed mindset, which sees these traits as unchangeable. Here's how you can learn and grow with this particular question. Consider that multiple math operations can be used for the calculations. Specifically, look at the pattern when the bottom number can be calculated as multiplication of top numbers less than the sum of them. Let's look at the example. Let's look at the first set of numbers. 5 multiplied by 2 minus 5 plus 2 in parentheses equals 3. This is how the bottom number is calculated. Let's verify it with the second set of numbers. 8 multiplied by 3 minus 8 plus 3 in parentheses equals 13. And now is the time to calculate the missing number. 7 multiplied by 4 minus 7 plus 4 equals 17. So the correct answer here is choice A, 17. Remember the wisdom of Ralph Waldo Emerson? What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. This wisdom should help us tap inside our own potential and help us solve this particular question. Let's harness our inner strength and potential to tackle this test with confidence, knowing that our capabilities far exceed any challenges that we may face. You're presented with 4 shapes. Each shape consists of pentagon, triangle, and the donut. You need to determine which shape does not belong to the sequence. And your choices are, out of 4 shapes, choices A, B, C, and D. Do you see the answer? Well, this question may not be the easiest to solve, just like a lot of things in life. But I know you have the skills and creativity to tackle it. Trust in your abilities, and let's explore all possible options. Let's tackle this as a team. Are you ready to show your answer? I have no doubts that together we can get to the right answer. And I know that you definitely gave it a try by pausing this video. Remember that every attempt, regardless of the outcome, contributes to your personal growth and development. And the solution here might be easier than you think. To solve it, you need to rotate the shapes to put them into the equal position. For example, we can use position of the shape A as a base position. And this will help us equalize all the shapes to see the difference and find the answer. We can keep shape A in the same position. All we need to do is to rotate shapes B, C, and D. And once you put all 4 shapes side by side, then you can see that the donut in the shape D is in the right corner instead of the left corner for the shapes A, B, and C. So the correct answer here is choice D. One has to acknowledge that we need to think of this question as a friendly competition with ourselves. Every correct answer is a personal victory, and you're on the track to set a new high score in the game of knowledge. In this question, you're presented with 6 containers. 3 first containers are filled with liquid, and you need to rearrange the containers by touching only one of them. This question seems unsolvable, but hey, I believe in your abilities. Pause for a moment, harness your creativity, and let's face this challenge together. The answer is just waiting for your insightful touch. Are you ready to showcase your solution? Let's get into it and see how our answers match up. Together, we'll unravel the complexities of this assessment test question. I'll ask you for a favor though, and specifically to share your thought process in comments. Your insight might hold the key for all of us to learn and improve. And even if you didn't have the answer, don't get discouraged. Keep your spirits up, even if you're unsure. Every question, whether answered correctly or not, is a chance to gain valuable insights and refine your skills for future success. Typical way of thinking to solve this question is just to move the glasses. And to move the glasses, it requires you to touch two containers. But to actually solve it, you need to think out of the box. And out of the box thinking is rather simple. You need to pour the water from one glass to another. Take the second glass from the left and pour the water into the second from the end container. Empty glass container and return it back, only touching one container. You can't argue that you need to approach this problem like a detective solving a mystery. Each correct answer is a clue, and you're on your way for cracking this case of your brilliance. You're presented with 3 diamonds. Each diamond has numbers and letter inside. If we look across all 3 diamonds, at 9 o'clock we have numbers 1, 2, and 3. If we look at 12 o'clock, we have numbers 2, 3, and 4. At 3 o'clock, we have numbers 3, 4, and 5. And at 6 o'clock, there are letters X, E, and then comes the missing letter. I assume it's letter. What do you think? What's interesting here is that if you also look across each diamond, you see the pattern clockwise. In the first diamond, the pattern is 1, 2, 3, and then comes the letter X. In the second diamond, there might be a pattern 2, 3, and 4, and then comes the letter E. And then in the third diamond, the numbers are 3, 4, and 5, and then comes missing something. Well, I'll correct myself. I think missing something is a letter, because we have 4 possible choices for the answer. Choice A, letter B. Choice B, letter C. Choice C, letter D. And then last but not least, choice D, letter E. Well, I totally agree with you that this is a tricky question. Remember though, you're not navigating this path alone, and I'm here to help, as well as other subscribers on this channel. Take a moment to gather your thoughts, tap into your imaginative side, and let's triumph over this challenge together. Your solution almost ready and is definitely within reach. Are you ready to unveil your solution? I am eager to see it, so let's proceed and compare the answers. I think the pattern here is that the bottom letter is the last letter in the sum of all the digits. Let's look at the example. In the first diamond, we have numbers 1, 2, and 3. The sum of 1, 2, and 3 is 6, which is verbally spelled as S-I-X, and the last letter of the word 6 is X. This is how X was calculated. Let's look at the second diamond. In the second diamond, the digits are 2, 3, and 4, and the letter is E. 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals 9, and in the word 9, the last letter is E. Now let's calculate the missing letter. In the third diamond, the digits are 3, 4, and 5. 3 plus 4 plus 5 is 12, and the last letter in the word 12 is E. So the correct answer here is choice D, E. Without a doubt, solving this problem is as tricky as trying to organize a chaos of rubber ducks in a bathtub. It's a quirky situation, but finding order is a real victory. I wonder though if this question is secretly evaluating our skills to bring order to seemingly chaotic environment. We are entering the world of 4 squares, which have chaotically organized shapes inside. We're dealing with hollow circle, triangle, and smiley face. 4 squares have shapes in place. You need to determine the value of the 5th square, which you need to select out of 4 possible choices. Choices A, B, C, and D. If your mind feels chaotic and a little bit disorganized, you are not alone. I feel exactly the same way. But that's okay. Whether you're a seasoned solver or a casual questions explorer, I have full faith in your problem-solving abilities. Give it the time it deserves, think out of the box, and watch the pieces fall into place. I have full confidence that you've got what it takes. Are Are you ready with your solution? Or at least excited to bring order into chaotic environment? Let's tackle this puzzle together and explore the complexities and how to solve them. And don't forget to share your thoughts, ideas, and brilliance in comments. Your solution might be just the breakthrough we need. As you might have guessed, to solve this challenge, you need to identify the pattern. In fact, there are 3 patterns present in this problem. Pattern number 1 is that smiley face in the middle of the square alternates the backgrounds. Pattern number 2 is that hollow circle moves alternative directions with the incremental step for each subsequent move. And pattern number 3 is that triangle moves clockwise with double incremental steps. Let's look at the smiley face first, because that's the easiest pattern. We see that in the shape 1, smiley shape is dark gray, then it becomes white, then it's dark gray again, and in the shape 4, it's white again. So in shape 5, we can predict that it's going to be dark gray again. Unfortunately, it doesn't help us much because all choices A, B, C, and D, they have smiley face in a dark gray color. Let's look at the hollow circle. Hollow circle moves 1 step from 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock position with increment +1. In the next square, it moves 2 steps counterclockwise from 12 o'clock to 9 o'clock with increment +2. Then it moves 3 steps clockwise from 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock with increment +3. So we can predict that hollow shape in shape 5 will move 4 steps counterclockwise from 1 o'clock to 8 o'clock with the increment +4. It helped us narrow down the answer choices, but we still have choices A, C, and D that still match this pattern. So to solve this mystery and bring order into this disorderly situation, we need to look at the triangle. Triangle moves clockwise with the double increment. It's only positioned in the corners, and the increments are +1, where triangle moves from 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock. The next increment is +2, where triangle moves from 5 o'clock to 11 o'clock. Then +4, where triangle, in fact, stays back at 11 o'clock, because +4 means the full circle. And the next one would be +8. This is the final shape 5, where triangle will also be in the same spot. Based on this, we can conclude the correct answer is choice A. Hopefully you've nailed this question on your own and now know how to answer similar problems on the test. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you for helping us to become one of the largest YouTube channels to help people become smarter, increase your IQ, and to pass any test. If the content of this video was helpful, please make sure to click the like button to help YouTube algorithm promote this video and help other people to find it faster. Giving us a like is also a way for you to tell us that you need more content like this, and when you tell us, we will deliver it for you in the future. For links to free and premium resources, please check the description and comments of this video. You can also go directly to our website, howtoanalyzedata.net, to download the materials related to this topic. I really appreciate your endorsement, support, and patronage of this channel. And thank you for considering to become a member and considering to subscribe. Please leave feedback, suggestions, or corrections in comments. And all the best on your journey. I'll see you in my next video.